Okay, welcome everybody. It's Bobby Harvey live in Ottumwa, Iowa for a long-awaited live stream. Last time we did a live stream, it was the beginning of February. We are now in the middle of March, and we are doing a special edition of Winter Trains in Chat. Today it is Blizzard Trains in Chat. We are under a blizzard warning right now here in southeast Iowa. And the snow, I don't know if you guys can really see it in this view, but the snow is coming down pretty significantly. There's already a little bit of accumulation on the ground, even as we speak. It's only been snowing here for maybe 45 minutes or so, if that. It's really starting to come down. We'll be talking about the weather conditions here as the stream goes on. Kind of set the scene for you guys. It is 6:24. Amtrak, last I knew, was only running a few minutes late, 10, 15 minutes late in between Burlington and Galesburg, heading west. So I suspect they will be here pretty soon. Not too long behind their usual scheduled time of 6:57. Probably going to be a little after 7 when they arrive. But yeah, we are here. We are.
38, all in the clear. There's westbound Saxon. All splits is 0, flying left for main mode movement. Is that correct, over? Roger, correct, right. Thank you. You guys have a good night. Should be a 4 round.
There's already been quite a bit of chatter on the CPKC. It sounds like train 181 is in town. They just pulled in probably about 15, 20 minutes ago, right when I started to head this way. They're leaving now. I didn't hear anything from the dispatcher about them leaving, but I don't know if we should head over there real quick just to make sure we don't miss them. Come back for Amtrak, because they're still a little ways away. They're running a little late. Let's see here. 5 left Mount Pleasant at James says 7:22. You mean 6:22? I wonder if that was the no. Is the eastbound train, train 6. It actually departed Ottumwa not too long ago. They had some engine issues, and I think there's a Union Pacific leader on it, so they are running about 8 hours late. So I wonder if that's. I would think they'd be about there by now. Maybe he meant 6:22. Now, if that's the case, they'll be pulling in here, a little after 7, 7:15, somewhere around there. So maybe we should go ahead and make sure that we don't miss any action on the CPKC. We'll come back here. Using my trusty external microphone, so the audio is a little better here in the car, hopefully. A lot of noise to drive around. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and go down to the CPKC and make sure that we don't miss anything down there. I don't see any other activity going on BNSF right now, so go ahead and shoot down there real quick. Now, obviously, with the wind and it is snowing, you just can't really see it very well. It's very fine flakes and it's windy. I thought of doing a live stream at the station. I really thought of doing it, but and the wind might actually have been to my back, but it is very windy. The snow is coming down. I do know northwestern Iowa, and it's coming. I mean, they closed down Interstate 35 from pretty much from Ames to the Minnesota border. Interstate 35 is shut down, so it must be getting really bad. Northwestern Iowa is already getting hit pretty bad. I look at the road conditions up there on the 511 app, and it is like almost every road in northwestern Iowa is purple, which means pretty much impassable. So they're getting hit hard. I can only suspect that the storm is coming this way. And obviously, we already have snow. It's incredible because the beginning of the day, it was almost spring-like. It was very nice temperatures, little wind, and the temperature was in the low 50s. It's incredible that weather has changed this much in just a little over 12 hours. The crazy thing is, a week from now, it's going to be almost 80 degrees. The weather in Iowa right now is pretty crazy. So we're going to go ahead and head on down to Gateway Drive to make sure we haven't missed them. And if they might already be heading out of town, I don't know. Now, with it being 181, they don't stick around very long. The good thing is, for upstream tonight, the roads are fairly clear. I mean, they're wet, but they're not icy or anything. Of course, the temperature has not dipped down below freezing yet. The thermometer says 34 degrees. I'm going to get down here. I don't see. We might go ahead and jump across Clay Street and see what the signals look like. Maybe they already have Amtrak line. And we'll get to you guys in the chat here shortly. Give you guys a recap of what's been going on since the last live stream. Obviously, I'm sure most of you guys have seen the latest video upload that I put up. I finally finished the 2025 Rushers video. It is up right now to view on my YouTube channel. And if you've not seen it yet, just go ahead and check it out after the stream. A little over an hour long. Pretty good. Got some pretty good shots this year from the Old Rushers reunion, which is actually last year, 2025. It's the most recent reunion. So, no train has gone through yet, and that's the CPKC toning up right now. So I wonder if they're about ready to pull. We will see what the signals look like here on BNSF as we go across Clay Street. We got red for Main 2. Main 1, we have a clear signal, so something's already lined up, and I wonder if it's Amtrak. So they are not, nothing on the CPKC is going to go until whatever's lined on BNSF comes through. I'm surprised they would already line Amtrak unless they are, yeah, I'm surprised that they would go ahead and line it. If Amtrak's really, a good 45 minutes away still. But something's got a green. Now, yesterday I was actually out train watching for a little bit, and I got to see my first Phase 7 painted Superliner car. It was a Phase 7 lounge car on the Zephyr last night. Got some video, a few pictures of it. And before Amtrak came through, a westbound empty coal train came through on BNSF and had a Norfolk Southern engine on the front. That was pretty neat to see. Okay, so it sounds like 181 is indeed ready to go, but of course BNSF has priority on the signals down there at the Diamond. They've got a train lined through right now, so whatever it is going to come through first, and then 181 will go. They've got a Kansas City Southern de Mexico engine on the front of that train. I don't know if it's a bell painted engine or if it's a, what do we call it, gray ghost. No sign of an approaching movement. We'll go ahead and hop back down here to where we were at the Market Street parking lot. Signals for eastbounds, I can see down there in the distance, are still all red, so dip under the Highway 149 Business 63 bridge here on Wapello Street and back around to the Market Street parking lot. I feel like so far we are kind of course, the weather is going to change. I feel like we're getting it easy so far here in Ottumwa. Northwestern Iowa, can't say the same. Looks pretty bad on the road conditions app. Like I said earlier, they have already closed Interstate 45 from Ames to the Minnesota border. You know, when they do that, it's going to get pretty bad. So I can only suspect that that storm will work its way down here eventually. So they said I'm able to get some sort of a stream in before that happens, before we really get the brunt of it. But again, you might not be able to see it in the footage, but it is snowing. Get back around this white car here. Somebody just commented and said they can't hear me. Can you guys hear me okay? Anybody else having issues with being able to hear me? Everybody can hear me all right? We are back here at Market Street parking lot. Everything's green on my end, so everybody, okay, great, thanks a lot, says you can hear me. Good. I know sometimes the live feed can kind of cut it out, but this audio is bad. This microphone's not working as well as it can. Is you hear me any better now? Very distant sound, tunnel sounding. Now I wonder if it's just the live feed too. In this weather, I wonder if the audio is not working very good. Well, let me know if it improves. Hopefully it does. Worst comes to worst, I could just use the phone microphone. Great, thanks a lot says it's better. I really haven't changed anything, so it might just be the internet, the feed, the cell coverage. You know, just cutting in and out with all this weather we're getting. So I apologize for the potential microphone issues. If it continues to be bad, I might just go ahead and take out the external microphone and just go off the phone microphone, because we know it's decent. It's I like having these external microphones in the car when we're driving around, because you don't hear all that rattling noise from the phone holder. But yeah, if it keeps the audio keeps messing up, we'll just go ahead and run off of that. But in the meantime, don't know if you guys can see, but it is, the snow is really coming down. But it is kind of going sideways, so you can't really see a lot of it from this view. Periodically clean the wipers. All right, well, we'll get to you guys' comments here. We'll get caught up if we can. Annette says hello. Dakota is here. Mark's here from Washington. James is here. Neil W5381 says, "Did you get the major blizzard yet, or did it pass?" Well, it's just starting here. It's only been snowing for maybe an hour or so, a little over an hour. So it is coming. What's happening in northwestern Iowa, moving east, east-southeast, it's coming. And it is snowing pretty significantly right now. Again, you guys probably really can't see it, but kind of look this way. You can kind of see more of it there. Turn the camera, but it is it's coming down. Just with where we are in here, you really can't see as much, but it's on its way. It's already started. I don't know how bad it's going to get here, but I suspect we'll get. They're predicting anywhere between 2 to 4 inches of snow when all is said and done, and it could still be going on by tomorrow morning even. So it's this is just the beginning. All right, so it sounds like Amtrak is coming first, and then CPKC train 181 that's in the yard right now, they will go after that, which is good. I don't really want to miss Amtrak. There is a Phase 7 locomotive on the front of the train tonight. I saw from the Galesburg Rail Camp, so got that to look forward to. Kirk is here. Welcome. Neil says 30 mile per hour wind gusts in Dallas. Higher gusts reported in the metro area. Wow, it's even down there. That's amazing. Mark says he's definitely over winter here in the heartland. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. And the wind, I don't know if you guys can really see the emotion of the car right now. The wind is really shaking the car right now. And I was thinking about doing a stream from the station platform. That would not have been very good tonight. The conditions, I mean, the wind would be to my back for Amtrak, but yeah, it would be. I figured that the wind noise in the camera, in the phone microphone, would just be too much. So, how's the audio sounding for you guys right now? Just want to make sure that it sounds fairly decent. Some of it may not be anything I can control. It might just be the cell coverage we're getting right now in this storm. But if it keeps up, we'll go ahead and run off of the phone microphone. Caught up with some more comments here. Garrett is here. Castle Burr, welcome. And Mark said that the Albia schools are delayed 2 hours tomorrow. Yeah, I'm surprised that they're not canceling. Now, some schools are on spring break, so they don't have to worry about canceling school because they're on spring break. A little ironic that the weather is going to be so awful for spring break. Okay, Kirk asked, did I catch Amtrak 6 earlier? I did not. It went through, I'd like to say it was probably pushing about 2 hours ago now, maybe an hour and a half. But like I said earlier, they had some sort of engine issues out west and delayed the train significantly. And I think they had a Union Pacific leader. They'll be getting to Chicago fairly late tonight, but they'll hopefully beat a lot of the bad weather that's coming. Now, this train, the Zephyr that we are about ready to see, not so much. They're going to be heading right through this storm heading west, but maybe they can get through because I think the storm is sweeping kind of from the northwest, kind of down through the east-southeast direction. So maybe the Zephyr can get through before the storm really hits this area and maybe get out of it in the west. I don't really know how big the storm is. How far south it has reached so far, but for the way the road conditions looked, it looked like the storm was coming kind of a east-southeasterly direction. So the Zephyr going west, they might miss some of this really bad stuff if they stay pretty much on time. Hopefully. Mark said 2+ inches for Washington, which is just north of here, northeast of here. Matthew Bernstein's here from Olathe, Kansas. Now we've got conflicting reports about the audio quality. James says it's doing better. Kirk says not the best, but not bad. Great Thanks a Lot says sound is decent, tinny, 5 out of 10. Yeah, we'll just see how it goes here. I might just go ahead and run off the phone microphone. And if it's not any better, then we know that it's not a microphone issue, it's a cell issue. We'll just have to deal with it. Now, I do know once I take these external microphones out, probably won't be able to get the sound back if I put them back in. These microphones are kind of finicky getting them in, getting them synced. I really have to do a lot of testing and taking the receiver in and out to make sure it's actually synced up before they go. So if I take the microphones out, I won't be able to put them back in, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. You know what? I'm just going to go ahead and do it. And if the audio quality is the same, we'll know that it's just a cell issue right now. So we're going to go ahead and switch microphones. Okay, now can everybody hear me now? Hopefully. I have to speak a little louder now because I'm a little further away, running off the phone microphone. Everybody hear me all right? Okay, good. We've got sound regardless, so we'll just run off of the cell phone sound for now. Speaking of which, we have a train coming. And A Train was just commenting that 663 was on its way, and I think that's what we have coming right now. It is indeed a freight train. And it is. Train 663. Yes, Kirk asked if this is the local. Yes, it is. This is the westbound local running to Eddyville. Pretty neat. Had a Dash 8 40BW on the front, a former Santa Fe War Bonnet. Dash 9 is the second engine. Not a bad lash up at all. So I wonder, we may have to take off here in a second. It's a pretty long local. Yeah, I wonder.
4 minutes of 541 West, 730-74 display for release over.
Roger, man. 541 West, check 730-74. 491849.
Understand Mission 541 West, reporting clear track 730-74 between TTC Lucas Street, TTC Ottumwa at 1849-1849. Is that correct over?
That is correct.
Roger, correct, right, thank you. Should be a full route.
Okay, now I wonder if BNSF is going to give Amtrak the signal, because obviously Amtrak is not going to buy yet. I wonder if they're going to give the signal to 181 now. I wonder how far Amtrak is from here. Now, they left Mount Pleasant at 6:22. I don't really want to miss them coming in, but I also don't want to miss 181 if they end up leaving. So we'll have to listen very closely to the scanner here and see if maybe we can hear 181 sound over the radio their departure. And if we hear that, we'll go ahead and hop over and get them and then come back. If we miss Amtrak coming in, we will see them departing regardless. So yeah, that was 663. Glad we got to see that train. It was always neat to see those older engines like the Dash 8s and some of the older Dash 9s. It's nice that BNSF has held on to a few of those Dash 8s. Some of them went back to the leaser. Some of them went back to GE and been sold to short lines and some other railroads. But BNSF still has a few of them. Don't know how many, but they have, fairly good amount of them used on locals, yard service now. About caught up on the live chat. Now, everyone says that volume is good. Mark says the sound is about the same quality. I wonder if it's because of my heater. I wonder if if I turn that down, it'll sound a little better. Maybe it's picking up a lot of that noise in the background and kind of muffling the voice. I wouldn't think that would affect my, lavalier microphone, but either way, we've got audio. So regardless, if there's any audio issues, it might be just the cell coverage we're getting right now. Good thing is I'm still able to stream, so that's what really matters right now. Again, we're going to be listening. We're going to be listening really closely to the CPKC frequency to make sure that 181 doesn't go ahead and pull. Because it would make sense for BNSF to hold off on giving Amtrak the signal. Go ahead and let 181 go, and then light up Amtrak afterwards. But, BNSF, they've got priority on the Diamond, so obviously if they've got trains coming, they're going to line them. They're not going to worry about what CPKC is doing. But just fluidity as a whole, it would just make more sense to let 181 go while Amtrak is in the station. It's not going to delay Amtrak much because 181 is not a very long train and should clear by when they're doing their station work. But again, BNSF's only thinking about their trains. They don't care about CPKCs. Oh, I don't know what that was. I don't know if that was from them or if it was. We don't have any definitive evidence. I'm not going to leave because I don't want to miss Amtrak coming in unnecessarily. But if we hear any whistling from a train, we will know it's on the CPKC because obviously BNSF trains coming through Ottumwa are in a quiet zone now. Have been for almost 7 years, believe it or not. So if we do hear a whistle, we will know that it's on the CPKC and that 181 is leaving. Hear him whistling at Quincy, hopefully. So Kirk asked how far the local goes. The local train we just saw, it goes to Eddyville, which is just west of here. Who they're talking to now. I don't know what. Oh, here we go. Here we go, folks. And unfortunately, we're going to have to deal with the dreaded phone case rattle sounds. But that's okay. Yeah, CPKC train 181 is departing, so we're going to go ahead and see them and then come back. Hopefully, Amtrak will not have arrived yet, but if they have, we will still get to see them departing. All right, here we go. So again, we're having some slight audio issues, so I went ahead and switched to the phone microphone. So while we're in transit, we will hear the dreaded rattling sounds from the phone holder. Just apologize for that, but we're getting a very good reception on the external microphones from what people were saying, so just have to deal with it. So it is nice. The roads are not that bad. They're still fairly wet. It's still above freezing. It's been fairly warm the past several days, so snow hitting the pavement, it's pretty much just melting right now. It's going to make things treacherous later on when this stuff does start freezing. It's going to be very slick. But it's not yet. We're still above freezing right now. We're just going to go down to Gateway Drive to get this CPKC train. Hopefully we get there on time, but they said they were just now leaving. They're probably already through Quincy or they've just passed the Quincy signals. See the visibility is really going down too down here. Across Gateway Drive. Very foggy. Well, rats, they're already coming through. Yeah, we missed them. Doggone it. through the diamond. They did not waste any time. They must have already been moving when they announced that. And 181 is a high priority intermodal, and also, as you can see, auto rack train. They have both on this train. It runs from Mexico up to the Chicago area. See the tail end of it coming through here. There's some stack cars. A lot of freight from Mexico. Automobile traffic as well from the auto manufacturing in Mexico, I'm sure. San Luis Potosi, I think, is the origin of this train in Mexico. And the destination will be Bensenville, Illinois, which is outside of Chicago, Chicago suburb. So I don't know what the leaders of this train looked like. It was a KCSM engine that was leading. Yep, and as we can hear, Amtrak is rolling into town now. So, shoot, I should have stayed down there. It's kind of poor timing on everybody's part, but that's railroading. Sometimes you have to just choose what train you want to see and stick with it. Otherwise, if you leave your post, you might miss both of them. But again, we will see Amtrak departing regardless. And the good thing is, something I haven't mentioned until now, past couple of weeks, we've had daylight because daylight savings time began last week. So it's nice to have some daylight. We have other opportunities to get pictures at different locations. So we'll be able to get a fairly decent picture of Amtrak departing. And as the snowflakes come down, which you can see coming off of the car windshield, trying to keep up with the wipers here so the phone doesn't go out of focus, focusing on those snowflakes instead of the train. It's doing pretty good so far. Dakota mentioned that the camera shake sounds like the cartoon shivering sound.
BNSF forward.
Sorry, like the police trap 137
Alright, 374-73 display for release. Okay.
Engineer Harvey, that's Price. 374
There's the end. CPKC train 181.
Understand, NGK 79 West reporting clear, track mark 374-73 between CPG CP 1705 and CPG Ottumwa at 1902-1902. Is that correct, over? Roger, correct, all right. Thank you. Beautiful for us.
So as you heard right there, Amtrak is in town. They just pulled in. So we will go ahead and head down there and get a quick look at them and then come back down here somewhere and get them departing. We've gotten 3 trains in the stream, so not too bad. I'm probably going to keep this thing rolling maybe later than 7:30. Because gotta watch this weather. I mean, it's snowing pretty good. And you guys can't really see a whole lot of it in the video here, but it is coming down pretty significantly. Once that temperature drops, all this this moisture on the pavement starts freezing over. It's going to get pretty treacherous pretty fast. So it's not quite what I was expecting. I was expecting humongous, giant, puffy flakes coming down and pretty much blinding us. We are under a blizzard warning, but again, my guess is it's going to get worse as the night progresses. So we're about 41 minutes into the stream.
Correct. You said they're on duty at 6:45. You were going to bring them to the station.
It sounds like there's some more action in the CPKC. So maybe when Amtrak leaves, we'll jump over there to the yard and see if what else is going on. I think there's another train down there. Now, Kirk suggested going down to Clay Street, maybe getting a move through there. We could do that. I was thinking McLean Street before he suggested that, so it's about the same area. See the signals for eastbound trains. They're lit and they're still all red. All right, we're going to do our usual drive-by here. Very slowly. Make sure that my windows don't jam up in this weather. And here we go, our leader for the train, which is a Phase 7, Amtrak 79, B42. And trailing, 193, B42. Followed by the usual winter consist of Uliner 2 baggage and the Sightseer, or excuse me, the Superliners. Transition sleeper, we've got 2 sleeping cars, a dining car, lounge car, and 2 coaches. So we got a couple questions here, and I'm going to go ahead and answer them really quick. They're asking why I am not at the depot today, and I'm going to dock the camera here real quick. And really the only reason for that is the weather. If the weather was a little more decent, I would be down there. And actually, it probably wouldn't be that bad to be on the platform right now, because the weather, or the wind, is blowing from the west, so it would be pretty much at my back for hitting Amtrak. But it's pretty it'd be pretty cold after a while. And so during the winter, I do these streams from the car. When the weather straightens up, especially during the spring and summer, I will be back on the tracks doing streams from the station platform again. I really enjoy doing those. I also enjoy doing these occasional ones from the car because I get to go to different places that I don't normally go to. But it is nice to just have a central location to get shots from. Oh no, they haven't forced me away. Yeah, that's no problem at all. They don't mind. I always try and stay out of the way. But no, they don't care. I have a slow roll by our leader here, number 79, Phase 7.
They keep it up as a building long enough. You can just drive from home to home here. I'm ready.
Okay. We're going to go ahead and we're going to go ahead and jump ahead down to our next filming location here. Probably go ahead and park ourselves down there at Clay Street, maybe. Get a good front view of the train coming by. The only unfortunate thing is this is still very early in the switch over to daylight savings time, so after Amtrak comes in, if they are fairly on time,
we're heading down there like 1
you're only going to have about...
we stopped at the 1-2 switch just in case 181 ends up having problems. So maybe we'll come into the backside of it. Okay, we'll be there in a couple.
You only have about a half hour of light left, barely even that. The sun, I think, is technically pretty much down by now. So I only have, give or take, another 20 minutes or so of daylight. We are going to head on down to Clay Street. Yeah, hopefully after this storm, the weather's going to straighten out. I'll be able to comfortably be able to go back out to the station platform and do my weekly live streams from the station again. I was able to do a few of them during the winter, off and on, when the weather wasn't quite as cold. It's just easier in the wintertime to do it from in here. And also, I'm worried about my phone battery being drained really fast by the cold weather. Obviously in the car, I don't have to worry about that. Again, it is nice occasionally to do these roving streams in different locations besides the station. Get some of the CPKC action. But again, there is another train in the yard. It just pulled in. I don't know how soon they're going to go north, but I wonder if Amtrak's going to wait for a little more favorable signal before they go. I'm looking at an approach right now. So we're going to go ahead and whip right into this little driveway here. Those wipers going. You're going to be able to see the train going by about right here. We are losing the light as the sun goes down. Amtrak is in town. They are about ready to come by here. Hopefully, they've got the signal. It's approach. I don't know what's taking that local so long. But I wonder if they'll go ahead and cross Amtrak over when they get to 2888. There's no other opposing trains. They might do that. Oh yeah, it does not take much of those little flakes on the windshield to cause the camera to start focusing on them instead of out the windshield. It's the only bad thing about having weather happen in these streams when you're in the car is that rain or snow hits the windshield and then the phone camera starts focusing on the raindrops or the snowflakes on the windshield instead of outside. Really keep up on the wipers. It's only when the phone is really close to the windshield, though. Pull it back a little bit. It's not enough for it to not focus. So Amtrak is here in town. They're going to be coming by shortly. And there's some other CPKC stuff. Still got an approach signal, it looks like. They are about here. Great, thanks a lot. Said that the new Old Threshers video is very good. Thank you. Glad that I finally got it done after almost 6 months. Yeah, it sounds like the train that's either coming in or trying to leave on the CPKC is having some issues. Like 2 miles an hour, they said. Wonder if they're slipping on the snow or something. Too heavy. Yeah, maybe we won't try to attempt any of that. We might drive by down there, but we may not see anything going on down there if they're having issues. Well, I thought the Zephyr was initiating movement, as they said on the radio, but maybe not. Still got an approach signal. Back off the wipers just a little bit. But yes, I am glad to finally have the Old Threshers video done. Now I can move on to a couple of other projects. Probably won't release any more longer form videos like that for several months, but it's nice to start working on some other projects. Maybe get a couple of them done before this year's reunion. But I've got about 6 months before that, so should be plenty of time. Now, still an approach signal for Amtrak. So last month, I didn't do any live streams because I was busy watching the Winter Olympics on TV. I tried to watch all of the primetime coverage of the Winter Olympics that they showed on NBC every night, from when the Olympics started all the way through the closing ceremony. I usually only watch the primetime coverage because they package a lot of the really exciting stuff into that time frame. It's usually for 3 or 3.5 hours every night. And I was able to watch it every single night, and it was pretty exciting Olympics this year. The U.S. came back with a lot of gold medals, more than any other Winter Olympics so far. I think they broke a record for the number of gold medals that they won at this year's Olympics in Milan Cortina. One of the biggest stories was the both the women's and men's hockey teams won gold medals against Canada. The men winning their gold medal on the last day of the Olympics. I was able to watch some of that game live. That was pretty exciting. First time the U.S. has won gold in hockey since the Miracle on Ice Olympics back in, I think it was '84. So it was a big deal. The women also won gold in their hockey game as well. That was pretty exciting. A lot of really exciting stuff for this year's Olympics. So I was going to do a live stream last week. Didn't quite get out of the house when I wanted to, so I'm like, well, I don't know if I've got time to start a live stream before Amtrak gets there or not. So I just decided to go ahead and go, but take my normal video camera. And so I got a couple of just regular pictures of Amtrak last week. I was going to start last week after the Olympics were over the week before, but now hopefully we can get back into weekly or every few weeks or so consecutively doing these live streams again. And again, this is actually the last Sunday in winter. I don't know if the weather is going to really straighten out. We don't have any more snow after this system, but regardless, if the weather is more favorable, like no wind or things like that, the temperature is around 30 degrees or higher, I'll be back out at the station platform to do all of my future live streams. The platform here in Ottumwa. Still an approach signal here at Clay Street for Amtrak, and somebody's toning up on the CPKC. A different sounding tone. I don't know if that train is having issues coming into the yard or what, but then I can see some glint from headlights up in the distance. Amtrak is approaching. Down the window a little bit so you get some more of the ambient sounds. Heater down a little bit here. And we will go ahead and take the phone off of the car mount here so we can get a little better view of the train as it approaches. Back off of these wipers too. But yeah, it's windy out there and the snow is coming down very finely. But well, the signal aspect just changed for Amtrak. It is now, I don't know if you guys can see that, it is a yellow over green. It's advance approach. So they are definitely crossing over to overtake the freight trains. Here they go. Amtrak's California Zephyr departing Ottumwa about 20 minutes late or so, a little under 30 minutes late. It's not bad. And off they go into the snow. Usual consists, Superliner 2 baggage, we got transition sleeper, Superliner 1 sleeper, another Superliner 1 sleeper is a dining car, is a Superliner 1 lounge, 2 coaches. First one's a normal coach, and then the coach baggage. There they go. You hear them banging across the diamond down there. And as the gates go up here at Clay Street, we have seen 3 trains in our live stream tonight. We're going to roll up the windows now so we're not freezing, even though it's really not that cold yet. All right. Something's going on in the CPKC. I don't know what.
Yeah, just waiting on mechanical to answer the radio.
Yep.
I'm not going to untie it until I get some initial.
It says they're waiting on mechanical, so something's going on the train down there. Which that kind of seals the deal as far as us waiting for that train to come through. I mean, they probably haven't even gotten into the yard yet, so that's okay. We have seen 3 trains tonight. Let's see what they say if they ever answer. A-Train just said about the Olympics. The regular Olympics have ended. They ended a couple weeks ago. Now the Paralympic Games are being played right now in Milan Cortina. And A-Train says that the sled hockey team won gold against Canada today. Wow. Pretty good haul for the U.S. this year.
Yeah, I'll shoot him a message going on now.
I couldn't really hear what's going on with the train.
Hey, I'll shoot him a message now. 261 dispatch. 261, go ahead. I guess inbound told us line 17 car needs to get set up. They said they had no clue where it's going. We can figure that out. We'll need signal for headroom, and then we're looking to double up the hill. We're running a little bit heavier than that 181 was the headroom. Yeah, I'm assuming even with that third motor, you guys can have some trouble. I'm trying to figure out a plan here, but that one car is going to track 7. Track 7 for that car. That's correct. You got the car number for it? Yeah, they got line 17 MBL 53555. That's correct.
Just let me know so that I can work what's going on with it. Thanks so much.
Yeah, it sounds like it might be a very difficult night for railroaders here in the Ottumwa area and probably southern Iowa. And gosh, I don't know how they're probably getting by up in northwestern Iowa with all this weather. From what I could hear right there, 261. Wow. So it sounds like. Wow.
We do get ready to get that car set out. Repeat. Need a signal red. Okay, I'll get in there.
Yeah. So from what I could hear, 261, they are not even going to attempt to go up Rutledge Hill with just 3 engines and a full train. They're going to do what they used to do years ago and double up the hill, take one segment up to Rutledge Siding, come back down for the second cut, and bring it up, and then hook both together in Rutledge Siding and continue on their way. Now, it also sounds like the 181 train that we saw a part of go through before Amtrak, sounds like they were having issues getting up the hill, but it sounded like just now they are making it to the top. So usually they run 181 with just 2 engines, and it's not a really long train, but in this type of weather, 1.7% grade up Rutledge Hill for several miles. I mean, it's got to be difficult getting your train up that steep track with 2 engines. So we are going to probably get ready to wrap things up here because we could go over and check out the 261 train because it sounds like they're setting out a car and they're talking about needing the signal at Quincy to do their moves. We could jump down there and see them shuffling around, but I don't think we're going to do that because don't really want to push it with this weather. And you can see, I mean, I can't really see right now, but we'll go ahead and zoom in on these trees down here. I mean, you can see the wind is really going out there, and you can see that snow coming down. Yeah, it's it could get pretty bad tonight. So we're not going to push it. We're going to go ahead and get ready to wrap things up for this evening. The westbound signals for the BNSF, you can kind of see them here. They are off now. I don't know about the eastbound signals, but with Amtrak crossing tracks, going from 1 to 2 at the new crossover at 20, I think it's milepost 283 maybe. There's a few miles west of here. There probably will not be any eastbound trains for a while either. So this is just the start for the resumption of live streams for this year after the Olympics. Obviously, when the weather switches over and gets nice again, I'll be doing more streams from the Amtrak station. I might occasionally do some roving videos around town as well, like I've been doing this winter. But mainly, they're going to be back at the Amtrak station to get some good stationary video. Put the phone up on the tripod and have the normal phone microphones picking up all the good ambient sound and etc. So next week, tentatively, we do a live stream next week. It will be hopefully from the station platform. I don't see why it wouldn't be, because I think the weather is going to be much nicer. Not warm necessarily, but mild for the first of spring. Probably normal for that time of year. Upper 40s, lower 50s, something like that. Not going to be bad. So that's what we'll plan on next week. As far as my other video projects go, I have the Old Threshers video, obviously, is done now. So if you guys haven't seen that video yet, go ahead and check it out. Turned out pretty good, I think. I actually watched the Blu-ray version that I burned off for myself on the TV today. Looks pretty good. So pretty much see the exact same thing on the YouTube upload. So go ahead, check it out. If you guys haven't watched it yet, latest full-length upload, Trains at Old Threshers 2025. Finally got it done. Now, a couple of other video projects I'm going to start working on. Kind of start nibbling away at the California Zephyr video. Probably will not get it done anytime in the foreseeable future, but I'd like to start whittling away at it. Maybe get it done by the end of this year, maybe. Another video I'm looking at doing is a compilation video of the trains in Galesburg, Illinois, kind of surrounding the Railroad Days festivities from the past several years that I've gone there. I have a video of trains going all the way back to 2015 from Railroad Days. I went to my first Railroad Days in 2015, and went back in 2016, 17, and 18. Had other things going on in 2019 and did not go to Railroad Days that year. And of course, the following year was COVID and nothing happened that year. I don't think I went back to Railroad Days until 24. And we went there last year as well. So I have a little video from 24, 25, and I hope to get a little video this year for Railroad Days. And then after that, planning on combining all the best shots into kind of a Railroad Days compilation video. Might feature some other video as well from surrounding Galesburg, maybe some stuff at Cameron Junction and some other towns surrounding Galesburg as well. So bundling all of that into a video, along with the California Zephyr. I'm also thinking of doing some other city trains videos, maybe getting some more of my Dallas video posted of some of the DART trains, which I have not uploaded all the footage I got of that way back in 2020. So I might get some of that up this year as well. Also have a lot of footage of the Minneapolis-St. Paul Metro Transit trains. I'd like to bundle into a shorter video. I might get that done this year as well. So those are just kind of some of the ideas and projects I have on my radar now that I will work on this year. Probably the Galesburg video, realistically, will be the first one that I get out in the next few months. But we'll have to see. I have some other smaller videos I have planned. I've also been working on getting those paper train templates that I posted the video of in 2017, kind of tweaking those and actually getting some of those built and maybe posting some tutorials finally on how to put those together. Getting those templates up online for you guys to build your own models. like to get some of those going so you guys can get on that project. A lot of you guys have requested me releasing those templates, and I'm about ready to actually get that going here in the next several months, hopefully. So that's what I've got going on right now. Sounds like there's still a lot of stuff on the CPKC going on. But we about lost our light. I'm going to go ahead and turn off the radio here so we can wrap things up. You can see the snow is really starting to come down more. Have to run the wipers a lot more frequently now here at Clay Street. So that's my tentative plan for some of my next videos. Have some shorter videos planned as well, which I'll let you guys know on those when I actually get those projects up off the ground. But as far as my long-form rail fanning train videos, that's what I've got planned for the foreseeable future, along with all the weekly live streams and other things like that that I've been doing for the past year or so. With that, guys, really appreciate you guys joining me again here for the first live stream in over a month. We're going to get back into doing these weekly or bi-weekly, on a more frequent frequency, if you will. Now that the Olympics are over, we've got more time to actually get out here again. And with the days getting longer, we will have much more daylight in the evenings than we have, especially with the time change. So as you can see, the snow is a lot more visible coming down now. And yeah, I think this is a pretty good time to wrap things up and get home and kind of batten down the hatches and get ready for the blizzard, the full effect of this blizzard to hit southeast Iowa. With that, we are going to go ahead and wrap things up for this evening. I really appreciate you guys joining me for this first live stream in over a month, like I just said. And again, if you guys haven't checked out the old Threshers video that I just posted, go ahead and take a look at that. And that's my most recent upload, and I have some others coming down the pipeline here in the next few months. And of course, I will let you guys know when I get those close to done or finished completely, along with these live streams. Planning on doing another one next week, probably on Sunday, just like this one. And hopefully it will be from the Amtrak station platform here in Ottumwa. With that, we're going to go ahead and wrap things up for this evening. Again, thanks for watching, guys. And we will see you next week, if not sooner. And get some more trains, some more good railroad discussion, and see Amtrak next week from the station platform here in Ottumwa. So again, everybody that's out in this storm, stay safe, and we will see you next week. It's Bobby Harvey from Ottumwa. Thanks for watching, and have a good evening. So long, everybody.